Again, sorry.
Just wait so I can recognise you.
Hi, it's me again. That was the second fastest completed match of the draw so far, 54 minutes. How does that feel to get one out of the way so quickly?
I mean, you know, as a player on court, time is a little bit irrelevant because you either come through quickly or you come through in 3 sets in 3 hours. Either way, you're pleased to come through. However, I mean, obviously it's good not to spend a long time out there if you've got another match to prepare for tomorrow. However, I don't think it's a deciding factor at the end of the day. I think overall I'm just pleased with how I was able to just play the level that I did. I think I adapted to her quite well quite early on, and I thought our games matched up well for me, just pleased with how I played.
Just curious what your Wednesday looked like, you know, with all the rain. Did you have to like stop and start, or like warming up and stuff?
So I got here around 8:30 in the morning because I was first on. So I actually just finished up my physical warm-up and I was about to walk on court just to warm up, and that's when it started to rain. So we actually went indoors and I hid indoors. And then it was just a lot of hanging around and a lot of Scrabble and a lot of, just really not much until probably warmed up a couple times around 4 o'clock or so, because that's when they were going to put us out, and then it started to rain again. And then I warmed up again, and then we went out on court, and then we walked on, and then started rain, and then we came off, and then we were cancelled.
Can you talk about the adjustments that you made from those first 2 games, really quite competitive, and then you seem to just really figure it out after that?
I actually thought I did a decent job in recognizing actually quite early on the way I wanted to play. I thought I just needed a bit of time to adapt to her ball. I thought she was actually playing quite flat, and it was quite windy out there, so it wasn't simple by any means. But I thought I had the right idea in the way I was trying to work the points and the way I was trying to build them, and I thought I just did a good job in recognizing that early enough and just staying with it.
Just talk about sort of the mindset coming into the tournament, final Grand Slam of the year, of course, and sort of where you're at, you know, up here, and in terms of your, you know, confidence and abilities to go far in this tournament.
I mean, I feel pretty good. I feel motivated to be here. I feel excited to be here, so that's a good start. I mean, if you're not excited for a slam, I mean, I'm not sure why you're here, but I'm really happy to be here, and I feel that I've managed my schedule probably the best that I have so far this year, and so I think I feel kind of physically and emotionally good shape to keep playing until the end of the year, not just with a slam, but obviously we've got a whole bunch of tournaments also coming up in Asia. But I'm pleased with the way I feel like I'm growing and improving with each tournament that I'm playing, and I'm looking to do the same here.
And then you said the obvious, and that is that, you know, obviously to be able to go out and have a quick match and everything, but especially when, you know, you had the delay yesterday and then today, and then you'll be playing tomorrow, correct?
I assume so, yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'm planning.
I would think. So, you know, is that in your head also, just to, you know, try and get out without a lot of bumps and bruises when you only have, you know, you don't even have a day's rest in between?
I mean, I don't obviously look at it like that because, like I said before, I mean, at the end of the day, just coming through whatever match you have, but just coming through it on the winning end and to get another opportunity is a great position to be in. Also, we need to remember that outside of the slams and maybe Indian Wells and Miami, I mean, you're generally playing back-to-back, so it's not going to be a too dissimilar story in that sense, and I think every player is prepared to play back-to-back matches consecutive days. I mean, we're in situations sometimes where we're playing 2 matches in one day. I've already had that this year as well, so I think, you know, I'm prepared to compete tomorrow.
Sure. Have you sort of looked at the race to Shenzhen at all? I mean, you're in with a chance. Like not last 2 years, but before you looked fairly nailed on to qualifying, just missed out. And I just wondered if you've been sort of plotting how you might get into that. I mean, obviously you get into the top 8 if you keep winning matches, but have you looked at it particularly sort of closely?
No, because I think you just answered your question. I think the race to Shenzhen, it kind of takes care of itself if you're doing well in the tournaments that you're in and that you're competing in. So, I mean, like you also said a couple years ago, I mean, I think I lost out, I mean, on one of the years, literally on the last tournament. So, I mean, it really, anything can happen. And I think it would be a nice bonus to have at the end of the year. But I think, it's important to stay quite present and just in the tournament that I'm in, because there's so many things that can move until then.
You mentioned that you felt like you've got your scheduling right this year. Just what for you do you need to do in terms of scheduling to keep it right? I know you didn't play before Montreal, I think, in the hardcore season.
I think it's just finding the right balance in between resting, training, and competing, and kind of that cycle. And I think it's probably been my clearest year in doing that, and I'm nowhere near is it perfect or wherever will be probably, and that's fine. But I think the clarity and behind the purpose of resting or purpose of training or purpose of competing has been quite good, and I've been enjoying that.